Hello and welcome to another installment of the Lone Wolf Adventures. I am your guide, UHM Alpha Wolf. As always, thank you so much for being here. Today we are in the Quick Play playlist on Junkertown for a little Junkertown Showdown, playing some defense. Right off the bat there, I get two pretty easy eliminations by just throwing some Helix rockets into a wide open door as soon as they try to come out, and my teammates of randoms all helped pick me up there. This is probably one of my favorite maps to play defense on. I feel that even when you don't have a bunch of people teamed up working together, anyone who utilizes basic strategy of making sure you get the high DPS people up high, while people like me just spam with my auto rifle and Helix rockets, it pretty much is really beneficial, especially since the opposing team didn't seem to be working well together. We will see shortly here where Reinhardt gets a little too far ahead of himself literally and completely defeats the purpose of being a defensive tank or a shield tank. Coming back out here after being killed by Tracer, I will run into a not too accurate Pharah. She's doing the right thing by flying around, staying up high, comes close to the rocket there, but I think she's trying to get a little too accurate, which I always try to go for area of effect and blast radius with the rocket kills. Now, here we go. This is a Reinhardt showing exactly why you don't try to go 1v1 as Reinhardt with anyone that is a little more mobile, like Soldier 76, as I effortlessly take him down there. That was just kind of furthering my idea that this team was not really working together, because you got Reinhardt that far away. I mean, yeah, that Tracer was back by the Genji, but I don't think they were even coming up together. I feel that Reinhardt, for whatever reason, thought he could pin me. It was a very poorly aimed pin at that also. This Pharah is starting to really get onto my nerves, but I saw that my tactical visor was almost ready, but I really don't like using a tactical visor to waste it on a Pharah, especially since she doesn't seem to be too accurate. She hasn't been too much of a problem yet. I usually like to save my tactical visor unless there's a Mercy, or say like the payload's getting close to its destination, just drop down and wipe out everyone who's on the payload and give my team a chance to help push it back as much as possible to delay them. Unless it's the competitive playlist, then I'll just use it whenever I feel I can keep them from moving it even the slightest bit. But since this isn't the competitive playlist and I don't gotta worry about us switching sides and trying to push it further than them or do anything in a certain time limit, I am not going to worry about using my tactical visor just to wipe them off the point. Whenever I'm playing the quick play playlist, I just worry about making sure they don't get it to the final destination. I will personally be willing to forfeit a checkpoint or two, because with a lot of these maps, as you get closer to the final destination, it really does benefit the defense, especially like on Hollywood. That is probably the ultimate defender's map. I feel that if you cannot keep the payload from getting to its final destination on Hollywood, your team is really bad. I mean, you don't even really need communication for that. It's just kind of make sure not everyone is standing right on the payload, so you don't get the guy who comes in with his Reaper ult or a Diva ult and can clear out all 6 people at once. If you can avoid that on Hollywood, you are pretty much golden. But on this map here, there is a lot of high ground, and it really does benefit the defensive team from start to finish. And with this match in particular, they really aren't utilizing the high ground, so it's really been allowing us to have a pretty effortless run so far. Like our Hanzo and our McCree have been up high. Yeah, they have a Pharah flying around, but she doesn't seem to be putting too much priority on them. And it's just really benefiting us because they all just kind of walk down through this little trail here trying to get back to the payload, and we just murder them along the path. Their Reinhardt is starting to get a little better with his shield, but it's kind of getting hung out to dry there because no one is really coming to his aid at all. So I'm just going to sit here and just keep working on his shield and try not to get hit by any of his blasts in the meantime. Meanwhile, I got the Zenyatta distracting the hell out of me. Nothing against Zenyatta, it's just whenever he's in my field of vision with the way the orbs spin around, it just really distracts me. I just hate when it's in my field of vision. But meantime, I got some bigger problems in the form of Diva and Reinhardt trying to come up. It looks like those two players are actually trying to make a genuine push for the objective, and holy shit, Reinhardt just gets a nice little boost onto this roof, but he is taken care of pretty easily. Guess he didn't see that coming. Their Hanzo unleashes his dragons, but to no avail. I mean, yeah, backed us up off the point. Gives D.Va a chance to take me down here a little bit, but I'm going to run away, heal up, come back down with my tactical visor, and be ready to try and clear people off the point, or at least, if nothing else, get D.Va out of her mech. I mean, there's a lot of people on the point here, and D.Va's mech is going to eat up a lot of bullets, but it could also be the most troublesome. So I get her out of her mech, take down Farah. I know Hanzo is around, but he's not too high of a priority for me. I mean, snipers are usually not going to get too aggressive, especially since we have many other people around here. And it doesn't even look like he's trying to actually be aggressive and attack. I think he's just trying to stay on the point since it is overtime and kill some time, buy his teammates a little bit of a chance to get over here and help him out. Like, I get put to sleep and ensuingly killed there by an Ana and D.Va combo, but it's only the first checkpoint. I am not too worried about it here, especially since once we get inside of Junkertown here, it still greatly benefits the defenders because it's inside, close quarters. There's a lot of high ground for you to try and funnel them through into like almost kill boxes, so to say. What I like to do here is I come up out of the spawn area, check the high ground, got my eyes up there, making sure that right after they got through that first checkpoint, you didn't get an Ana or a Hanzo sneaking in, trying to set up shop, probably like right up by this window where I'll be going up momentarily, seeing if they could pick off anyone as we come running back out of our spawn room, and just want to try and prevent getting spawn trapped, because that's the best thing a attacking team can try to do as they push through in Junkertown. It's happened to me a couple times where you'll get people who try to push you back, kill you at this first checkpoint here, and then send in a Winston or a Reinhardt and a Roadhog, trying to push back towards your spawning area and then spawn trap you while they move the payload up through the interior area, and then have it become just a total shit show as they get towards the final destination. With time winding down here, we got D.Va and I continuing our grudge match, but she gets the assist from Tracer, but at least I knocked her out of her mech, so if she had her ult ready, we can at least kill some time so she doesn't go nerf this on us. With the last minute and a half coming up before overtime and the payload getting pretty close to the second checkpoint, the D.Va ult is something that can be absolutely just a game changer late in a round, and almost like how I said on when you're playing on Hollywood to watch out for that. I would hate to look hypocritical and be giving a prime example of what not to do late in a round. Meanwhile, their Hanzo throws his dragon into essentially nothing, so I will take that. McCree just went alt and did us a huge favor. I really wish I could be good with McCree because he has a really fun ult to use, and almost like Junkrat, they often get play of the game for essentially doing nothing, which is fine by me. I guess I can't complain too much. I continue my grudge match with Farah here. One thing I'd really like to see Overwatch include is like a Nemesis category in the post-game scoreboard, but I know since everything is metal-based, that really wouldn't work out well. But that would be really fun, just to kind of see in situations like this if they could show stats between you and another player that were just going back and forth with each other like me and this Farah have been. And that grudge match actually still isn't over, as we'll see here. Hi Farah, I kill you again. Push my kill streak up to 5. Now try to go look for that D.Va, because I know she just ulted, but instead I find Roadhog, which he is really annoying because, I mean, he could just be as annoying as D.Va's mech with how he self-heals a lot and just eats bullets left and right, but looks like our Moira is pushing them off the point, and time will expire as they get too far from the payload. That is the game, and thank you all so much for watching. You know the drill. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and until next time, this has been UHM Alpha Wolf. Have a good one.